Fantastic. I thought he did a great job. You know, going out for the last 5 weeks, his highest pitch count was 33, and for him to get us past 80 pitches, and just he was just fantastic. We were trying to get him through the fifth, but he just started to fade there a little bit, and we didn't know how we were going to get through it with the rest of the pen because it was awful thin, awful. A lot of them were out of gas out there. Scotty Alexander's thrown 60 pitches in the last 2 days, but what a job he's done. And Moylan coming in and shutting down the seventh and jacking the eighth, and Kel getting us through the ninth. It was a phenomenal job by our pitchers.
Position players probably tired as well. Without Kane, without Moose, how pleased were you with the offense?
I was real pleased with the offense. I just had to find a way. Those guys gave it all they had yesterday, and they were just absolutely drained. And Kane and Moose, I just had to build in an off day for them and try to build in a half off day for Haas. So, I was pleased. I thought that Mossy did a great job at first base. Soler looked great out in left field. I just think that the offense did a fantastic job getting us the runs we needed to win.
You kind of touched on it already, but 4 games in 3 days, a team in your division that you've struggled early on against. How big was this series?
Well, the series was huge. I mean, anytime you win series, especially 3 out of 4, and especially it's against your division, it was a huge series for us, and we talked about that coming in. And win the series was big, but it took a toll. I mean, games like this, 4 games in that short of period is going to take a toll on your bullpen, and the impact's going to be felt for a couple of days.
Kind of see that double play that Alexander got in the fifth as maybe the biggest moment for that game.
It was a huge moment. Yeah, I mean they were at that point. I think we had a 4-run lead at that point, and
3.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean starting the inning I'm talking about, and then Woody came in and walked the first guy, and you could sense that he was starting to fade a little bit, but after Alexander throwing 30-something pitches yesterday, it's just like, Scotty, come in and give us what you got. And, being the competitor that he is. And, I mean, all of them today, I just can't say enough of the way that they all competed. I mean, Travis Wood getting us to the 80-pitch mark, and Scotty coming in and doing what he did. And, I mean, everybody pitched yesterday with the exception of Moylan. They battled through it. Their tanks were really, really low, but they found ways to get out there and get the job done.
And Ramon Torres, with what he's done, not even playing every day, does that kind of give you a better feeling about giving guys days off?
Yeah, I mean, it always does when you got a young guy that you got a lot of confidence in, that you can move around. We feel confident in his versatility. I mean, we didn't have any hesitation to put him at third base today. And the way he's swinging the bat has been very, very impressive, in his little short stay here. But he's fit in quite nicely and filled a nice role for us.
Do you believe that wins like this, when you're using everybody on the roster and you got to use all the pitchers who are tired, do they have any residual effect? I mean, does this kind of give you guys a little bit of juice moving forward?
Yes and no. I mean, again, I was thinking – today the analogy is like you just get on a horse and you ride it till it drops dead, and that's what I feel like we're doing to the bullpen right now. And then, I mean, it's the result of this four games in this short period, and that takes a toll. But I think everybody on our team is confident when Moose needs a day off, when Kane needs a day off, when Gordy needs a day off, when Haas needs a day off, when Salvi needs a day off. Everybody's confident in the guys that are going to back them up, that we're going to find ways to still be productive and find ways to win, and that's a very comfortable feeling when you go into a game like this without 2 of your bigger stars in Kane and Moose, and still felt really, really good about starting this game and winning this game. Is a good feeling, especially as a manager.
He had 3 stolen bases for Witt, hit 8 come in today. Is this part of his game? Do you like him as a base stealer? Is this something in the leadoff role you can see more of?
Well, it is part of his game, and the thing about Witt is that he's smart. I mean, we're not just running to run here. He's opportunistic, and when he's running, he's running in in counts and in spots where the percentages are, in his favor, way in his favor, that he's going to steal the base. But, the combination of Witt's athleticism, his base running instincts, and Rusty's knowledge, it's a pretty good combination.
Everybody good? All right.
I got one. Ned.
Hold
Real
it.
quick. Oh, I'm sorry, Ned.
Come on, man. Seriously, it's 120 outside.
I know. But it's about rest and relaxation, because we're going to be talking about All-Star stuff this week. And for the first time in 2 years, you get to go home and relax.
I do.
How big a deal is that for you to kind of recharge your batteries?
Okay, that's a really good question. I'm glad you asked it.
Even though he'd rather be managing.
Yeah. No, I mean, I would rather be managing.
Yes.
The best case scenario is, for me, if you go to the World Series, you can determine if you want to manage or not. But, the important thing about the All-Star break is that it literally, for me, feels like a reset button. And you battle and you grind and you get to the All-Star break and you have those 4 days, and you can kind of catch your breath. You take your mind off of baseball, you rest your body, and then when you get back, you're completely refreshed. And it's a wonderful feeling, and it just kind of breaks the season up into a half, and then you're ready to go again. It feels like it's almost like you're starting the season out of spring training. That's how big the All-Star break is. And when you go to the All-Star game as a coach or as a player, you don't get that. I mean, you're hustling, bustling. And, I mean, it's even going to be tough on our All-Stars going from L.A. to Miami. They're going to get in late. They've got the workout. They've got all the press stuff in the morning, and then they've got the game the next day. Then they got to fly. There's none of that. There's no rest and relaxation. So that little reset button that the majority of us get to push during the middle of the summer, they don't get to do it. And it just makes the summer feel like it's, a year and a half long. But for me, this one's going to be really, really, really cool, because I'm going to go home and probably be on a tractor for about 6 hours a day, 3 days out of the 4. And then as soon as, 7 o'clock comes, I'm going to be fishing and barbecuing and taking it easy. So it's going to be a nice break for me.